Let's talk about Doom the Dark Ages, because what is going on with this game? So on PC, the game is not doing well. I don't think that you can dispute that. I mean, we have the numbers right here. Steam is the biggest PC gaming platform out there. And as of right now, 10,000 people. 24-hour peak of 16,000. This game just came out. That's wild to me, because the game is pretty well received. If you go over to Metacritic and you look at the user score for PC, it's sitting at 8.0. And it's not just for PC. On Xbox, it's got a pretty good review with users. It's at 8. If you go and you look, it's still giving me PC. Good old Metacritic. Anyway, people like it. People like the game. I think that that's pretty fair to say. People that have played it like it. And I'm not knocking the game. The game looks fun, and I will get it when it goes on sale. There's a lot of reasons why I think this is underperforming on PC. Apparently, you need to have the ability to ray trace. I think the DRM turns a lot of people off. But to be fair, there's games that have DRM that perform really well. So I don't think it's just that. Maybe, it's a crowded time to release a game. You just had some bangers that dropped. So I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why it's underperforming. But I found this funny. And so did a lot of other people. Doom, the Dark Ages, the biggest launch in ID's history, but no sales figure yet. Now, what I find hilarious about this is I'm sure you remember Assassin's Creed Shadows and how everybody pointed out. By the way, there are some sales numbers out there, and they're not good for Assassin's Creed Shadows. But apparently, that game was a huge success. It was amazing. The bestest ever. It's really just knocking the doors off of the franchise. It's such a hit. Cope and seethe. And then the sales numbers came out, and it's like 2.4 million copies sold, I think, across all platforms. Which, by the way, not terrible numbers, but considering the game had a 7-hour credit run, the money they put into that game is crazy. So that game did not make its money back. It did not perform like it needed to do, which makes it a disaster. Doom is probably performing around the same, if not maybe worse, because Xbox is much bigger than Ubisoft Plus, which is how so many people played the game for free. There was probably a lot of churn on Ubisoft Plus. There's churn on Xbox Game Pass for sure, but I don't think nearly as much as that. Game Pass is actually a pretty good deal. So I would imagine a lot of people just keep it. So this game's probably selling worse. Now, what's it selling on PlayStation? That's going to be the big question. I would say probably close to 2 million copies. I bet you it's doing incredibly well on PlayStation. But is that enough? I love that IGN, though, now is talking about sales figures. We got no sales figures. So they're giving this game a hard time about it. We'd like to know how many copies are selling. Where was this energy for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Where was that energy? All of these outlets totally ignored that game's sales. They were all telling you, it's a huge success. So isn't Doom the Dark Ages a huge success? It's just funny to me. It's bias. Doom the Dark Ages has seen 3 million players since coming out last week, but Bethesda has yet to announce a sales figure for the game. No shit. Where was this opening sentence when you talked about Assassin's Creed Shadows? And it's not just IGN, it's every outlet. I find this funny, man. They just openly let you know how they are. This game is going to do much better than Assassin's Creed Shadows for Bethesda. They have nowhere near the pressure on them that Ubisoft had. But damn, man. Can we just be consistent? So, I was looking at the comments on here, and some of them are praising them for, like, I mean, this is a good post. I respect them for at least doing it once, I guess. But I would like them to also show this energy with other games. So comments like this: sales figures are low. Everyone's playing on Game Pass. I mean, it's a fair point, but Oblivion and Expedition 33 are also on Game Pass. And those numbers for Steam were quite large. They did well on Steam. I think there's something with that. I mean, if a game is truly successful, it's going to have numbers on every platform. I'm just saying that's the market now, is multi-platform. Not everybody is playing Game Pass. I don't like using Game Pass. I would rather just buy the games that I really want. I just don't want to use it. I had it before and I never used it. So I stopped paying for it. And that's just me. I'm not trying to knock Game Pass. If you want to use Game Pass, that's great. I actually think Game Pass is a good deal. I just would rather buy my games. That's just how I like to do things. I especially like to get them physical if I can. I would have bought this one physical, but I didn't. I already talked about this because I don't like that it's a game key. I mean, there's really no point to it. It's like the same as buying a game with a digital code in it. You know, what's the point then? So, you know, is this game a success? It's really hard to say because I don't know what they put on it. But, I mean, I'm sure it's doing fine, but I wouldn't call it a hit because the numbers don't lie, man. It's not performing well on PC. And it just is what it is. And I know it's on other places, but trust me, how many people are playing on Epic Games? 13? Everybody's on Steam. That's just a fact. Are there some people using the Game Pass version on PC? Absolutely. But I find this funny. You know, this is the new cope. Players instead of sales. Expedition 33 is on Game Pass. And when they dropped 3 million, they dropped it with a sales number, not players. So, anyway. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Also, I've got a comic book out. It's kicking ass. Thank you, everybody that's backed it. Definitely think it's worth checking out. There's a link in the description. You can jump in for $17 if you pick up cover D. It's a beautiful cover. It's a great comic. It's action-packed. I really hope you check it out. So hit that notification bell. Share the video. Throw a like up. Comment. Check out the comic. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession, with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.